Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Real Double Dose channel. This is your host, Lex, coming to you straight from the heart where the talk is real and the vibe is always live, like we say. Thank you for tuning in and coming back with us for another wonderful, almost 160th episode. Yes, with Real Double Dose channel. For any show requests, feedback, or anything under the sun, as we always say, check us out at Real Double Dose channel at yandex.com. That's YANDEX.com. It is realdoubledosechannel.blogspot.com. We do have a .com with wonderful merch coming and so much more. And you can check out that at the .blogspot.com for now, like I said before. And that is going to be different wonderful things, the About Me section at the bottom of the blog with wonderful book links and so much more. And our sponsors, GiveMeAllThat.com, relaunching and having a whole giveaway for cool swag. Awesome stuff. 75 to 100% off. Yes, for RDC only. Okay. And YouTube will be rolling out, but for now you can still check us out if you're listening on any of these frequencies. We know we see downloads and live plays from different streams already and different platforms, and we're still going to be hitting YouTube up, but right now it's TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker.com, Blueberry.com, Spotify.com, iTunes, iHeart, and SoundCloud. And if I missed any from the other ones that I know, I'm sorry, but the links are on the Blogspot and SoundCloud. Should be for the most part. But without further ado, I didn't want to put that out there too long. But remember, we're going to have giveaways and so much more just for being wonderful to you, and as well as vacation giveaways as well, and live events to where we can show up and just kind of harmonize together and have some nice free lunch and kick back and, maybe have you on some real direct conversations. But anyways, let's get into this and let's make it happen, shall we? This episode is going to be called, should I say, or a segment, is hashtag famously you. And I could say famously us, but hashtag famously you. Okay, remember that. But you can also remember hashtag famous to you. So it's between those two, but I like hashtag famous to you. It's still the same thing as famously you, but without further ado, you know where I'm going right now. Now, I wanted to speak about this because when it comes down to it, a lot of us have the whole concept of, we hear so many things that people don't want to hear that. Sometimes I don't want to hear it about, social media, and you're watching too much YouTube and this is happening. And all the while we're looking at our lives going, man, there is so much crap going on, from bills to this person irritating us at work, or having just random, might be someone that you just see at a store every once in a while that just irks you. You don't know. Just things happen. Okay. We're still in human flesh. But at the same time, we have different things to keep our mind off of it. Some of us are overindulgent. Some of us are completely robotic to it and not listening to this, broadcast. And some of us are aware of it and trying to fluctuate it out. But hashtag famous to you is, us, as we are as a whole, you, I, us, we, the whole thing of understanding that is, why can't we be the Instagram that we're so hungry to get our likes for? I mean, think about this conceptually. And I was thinking that I had spoke to one of my friends over in Nigeria, actually, and they were on a WhatsApp because it's easier for them to communicate with, people over here, obviously, in a different kind of data for Facebook, they say. And he was saying, so many things, blah, 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 whatever the conversation was about. But it led up to saying, hey, I was just saying something back, and it just caught me at that moment. It was like a few days ago. And I said, so many of us look to be famous to ourselves. Never. We always look to be famous to the world, or always want to be notarized and seen in that aspect. And to me, it was kind of like, really? Let's look at, I'm going to see if we can dive into this a little bit more clear. Now, I had to kind of go through the messages for a moment earlier and get this, but I know I had said something. I'm trying to read this through you, but it just comes down to the point of understanding where we are within ourselves and doing all these things that people want. And I remember saying to my friend over in Nigeria, it's sad to say, but no one cares about feeling pain or emotions that deeply anymore, because everyone is so busy trying to be a superstar or trying to be rich and famous. People want to be famous to the world, but they don't want to be famous to themselves. Yes, I don't believe that many people think about these things. Now let's do it again. Hashtag people want to be famous to the world, but they don't want to be famous to themselves. Bam. Yes, kicking up another notch like Emeril Lagasse did. we're going Emerald style, Lex style, RDDC, Familyans. Did you hear me correctly? So many of us are trying to be famous to the world, but we are not being famous to ourselves. Hashtag famous to you. Hashtag famously you. It don't matter how we spin it or how we do it. That's what it is. Like, let's be real here. I mean, a lot of us can say, I mean, this is going to be a part of what we've been doing inside the matrix of life. We've been taught to have a simulation of programs, like the guy was, I don't know if it was Robert Kim, I can't even say the names correctly, but you know what I'm talking about. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I love his philosophy on things and the way it really is. I mean, it's just what it is. People could say he's selling a book or whatever, but come on. If you're listening to this, you've obviously broken free or trying to learn how to break free of the matrix of the simulation of life that we're in. It didn't take Keanu Reeves to show it, but they definitely proved it and letting us know, hey, if you don't think you're there, wake up, you are. You think it's a movie? No, you're inside the movie, which the movie we put you in, the movie that we hope that you get out, but ultimately most people won't, because they'd rather live in a facade and think the sky was created by Crayola. Let's be real, okay? But I want to say, I keep it real, serving a slice of our life. That's what it is. I mean, when it comes down to it, no matter how you chop it up, no matter how you feed it, it comes down to the point of understanding that hashtag famous to you and hashtag famously you just doesn't exist, because we aren't taught to do that to ourselves. When people are taught self-love and how to teach themselves how to love each other, it's body positive. They make it so cliche and so corny. But when you're taught to shame people, bullying so bad, but yet we're not teaching self-love, but then we're trying to go down on bullying. Bullying wouldn't exist unless we taught self-love and self-care. Not selfish, but self-love. Self-oneness, right? That's the whole understanding of it. And a lot of people are just dissatisfied with different things. But here's my challenge to us, all of us. Taking a picture and putting a filter on, hey, that's cool, that's your thing, whatever. We put filters on, we put makeup on, a hat and clothes. We all filter something in life. Coffee filters, trash bag filters, something, a Brita filter with your water. Something's being filtered in life because it's just too diluted in some kind of form, right? Everything has its own filter in some kind of way, right? Everything in nature, everything that we try to do artificially, no matter what it is. So understanding that would be the whole understanding of knowing hashtag famous to you means do a photo for yourself. Even if you don't like it. See, I know this is not, I believe, I know we go through so much of a triumph looking at our photos and Snapchats and whatever else, and it's cool to have those funny faces and different things, but try taking a picture. I mean, I did that a couple days ago and the other night, and I was like, man, my face is not looking the way I want it to. Look at that. I got a ruffle. I got a little tummy showing out. Like, what am I doing? My skin. My nails look all horrible. I'm picking at myself at this picture that's not filtered enough for me. Now, this is me, Lex, saying this, okay? I always keep it real. Okay, so I'm doing this to myself, and I'm saying, oh man, I wish I had a filter so I could see myself looking better to someone else. I want to, not the point in this fashion saying famous, but I want to be famously known in this wonderful, captivating moment. Even if it's to a bunch of 10 people, it doesn't have to be to the whole. Famous could be to one person. It doesn't have to be to 1 million people out there. There's no cap on famous and being well known. Even if you're well known to 1,000 people, that's still more than the average person will have. So the whole understanding of that is, why was I doing that? Why was I picking at myself? Why was I getting down on myself? Why was I looking at myself saying, man, I don't want to see myself looking like this. Yeah, there's things I have to work on, but why did I build myself up? Like, you know what? You got a beautiful smile, Lex. You got beautiful lips. You got beautiful eyes. Oh, man, your skin's looking bomb. Yeah, you got to work on those nails a little bit, girl, but you are moving with it. All the flair that comes with it. I didn't give myself that conversation and that flair that time. I wasn't famous to myself. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be glamorized or anything else. It could be a snippet on your phone. It could be something that you put up for you, a collage for yourself. You don't have to go bareback open, I'll just say, to the world and say, this is me naturally, or this is what I have for a downfall. I'm not saying to do that. Common sense could be there for any disclaimers or anything else. You can find that out at realwchannel.blogspot. But I'm just saying, it's still there to say, this is who I am and this is who I embrace. And I guarantee once we start doing that to ourselves and looking at ourselves in a more even filtered or unfiltered way and loving who we are without hoping someone will give us a little like symbol or a little heart symbol, it's cool to see them. And I get endorphins just checking, hey, did anybody like this photo? Did anyone like this? You want to see But mine is kind of like, I put it on there for a bookmark for myself to see later. If someone else sees it too and they like it, cool. If they don't, oh well. I would just be happy with my own little heart on there. But it does give you a little, hey, someone saw it, they liked it too. That's cool. Let's see their comment. And that's the endorphins that maybe Zuckerberg and them were talking about, the things that they've designed for us to constantly feed that addiction of being on there. But we need to feed the addiction to ourselves. Not to the point where we neglect ourselves or overly indulge ourselves to the point where we're neglecting ourselves and others, but to the point where we have a healthier balance to where we can be famous to ourselves. Hashtag famous to you. Famous to ourselves meaning we should be the Instagram stars of our life. We should be the Facebook stars of our life. We should be that to ourselves, our own personal self, to our own personal self. Not looking for gratification, not looking for anything, an indication to say that we're on the right track. None of that. It's different if you're doing the stock market and you're looking for trends. It's different if you're a fashion designer. It's a part of the business that you have to do, right? It's just a business thing. When you get off of there, you're done. But when it comes down to where you're modifying your human life with blood, heart, and bones and spirit, based on that, when there's so much into it, it's not the point of Yodas and monks and Buddhists and all that. People want to downplay that. People want to say, oh, I'm not going to, go out and be some hippie out in the life. Well, you know what? I'd rather be more zenning and put my hands in the grass and feel the earth under me than I would being in the mirror feeling something that basically took 20, 30,000 people sweating in a factory to do. No offense. We all love our fashion. We all love our things. But we need to think about that. What are we sacrificing for that? Because the more strain we put on those things in order to be famous to other people instead of ourselves, we're only hindering those factories. We're only hindering it, making it worse. We're only making ourselves worse and making the whole atmosphere of not only our lives, but the universe itself in which we play a role in, matrix or no matrix. So I want to say hashtag famous to you. Famous to who we are, because give yourself a shout out, give yourself a praise, put your post up and say, I just want to tell myself that I love you. I want to tell myself, I don't care who's reading this post. And if you're reading it, go ahead and do it to yourself and pass it on, not to a point to where it's going on and pass on. You can see how many people on Messenger pass the message on. Okay, don't turn it into a game for that unless you want to. That's your own personal choice. But say, this is for me. I want you to read this, such and such, your name, and say, you know what, this is what I wanted. You don't even have to put it up there you can put it on for only me for privacy. You don't even have to put it for friends or public to see. Something for me to see and say, you know what, you are beautiful. You're amazing. And I need to pay more attention to you, which is you're talking to yourself. The best conversation you'll ever have. Zig Ziglar and Les Brown had to put that out there for sure that I know. Is befriend yourself, become one with yourself, and understand you're already famous. You're beyond famous to make it to this point to even be listening to this. You're beyond famous to be able to take another breath in this life. And those who have passed on, who are about to be, doesn't mean they were any less famous. It just means the journey has ended for them, and then now their transition has happened in the spiritual realm. So hashtag famous to you, famous to what we got to do is what it is. Hashtag famously you. Doesn't matter how you put it. You are famous. You are amazing. You're wonderful. Be the change. Feel the passion. Embrace the power of that spirit. We'll be back with you soon. Real Double Dose channel here at yandex.com, and that's YANDX.com, and Real Double Dose channel.blogspot.com. I wanted to put that little short, sweet, and honey and simple to you because it does need to be hashtag famous to you. You're the only cheerleader that will ever be in your corner on that level. And you're the only one who lives with you every single moment of the day. You come into this world with yourself and you'll die by yourself, no matter how many will be around you. So please appreciate yourself. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself some love. More than a bucket of Haagen-Dazs or more than some Cookie Crunch. More than a movie. Just love yourself a bunch, okay? That's what it is. So ultimately, just keep tuning in. We love you, and we'll be back with you very, very soon.